Hey y'all, I read an article last week that really fucked me up, and that's why I want to do this video. It was an article written by Ratajkowski. She's a big model and actress, and if you have not read her article yet, I highly recommend you do so. The article really struck with me because Emily is a model that I look up to a lot. I thought she had it all, the career and everything, but behind all of that were all of these things that I had no idea about. I used to think that for someone like Emily, who had an agent, who she trusted to build her career, that agent would protect her. Men deciding if she owns her own images, keeping her images and selling her images without her consent or knowledge, images of herself, men deciding on her part whether she was empowered or she enjoyed the attention just because she was naked. And it's fucked up, isn't it? So I wanted to start off by saying that people who don't work in the industry really underestimate models, but also people who work in the industry also really underestimate models as well. All of these nonchalant comments made by men to her are the same comments that I've experienced. Men really don't think about what they say. And before you jump on my dick, because I know people are gonna jump on my dick, I'm not talking about all men, but this does include a lot of men who don't shut up the other men who make these stupid, unnecessary comments. It's interesting when he said that comment, iCarly, or when he brought up how she looked fat in a shoot that she did when she was younger. He made her feel like she was sort of invisible, and then suddenly she's up for grabs. I read from him, Jonathan Leader, where he said that now she wants to play victim even though she's been nude for many shoots so many times. He used her images for his book, for his profit, and then suddenly Emily wants to use her voice, and it's not valid. It's honestly the same old story that women have heard and felt so many times in so many other situations, just besides modeling. The other thing she said in her article was that in order to be taken seriously as an actress was to shy away from being sexy. I have myself decided to stop doing sexy shoots because I don't want casting directors or film directors to look at my page or my Instagram and see only sexy or see just a pretty girl. I shouldn't have to worry about the pictures I take, and it shouldn't, why does it matter how I pose or what I pose in? I should be taken seriously regardless, right? Am I right or am I wrong? I'm right, I know. Even when I tell people when I was a Playboy bunny, some people really give me this shocked look like, oh my god, you posed nude, like you were naked in the magazine. And it's like, first of all, there's a difference between being a bunny and a playmate, but even if I went nude, what's the big deal? It's kind of disheartening when people look at you or think of you differently because you've posed nude, and especially men. They enjoy porn or looking at leaked nudes of celebrities, but suddenly when we do pose nude or do something to our liking, whether it's nude or clothed or implied, we're seeking attention. Maybe we should just keep our clothes on and we wouldn't be bothered. It's a shame also when you get the same comments from women. Does it really bother you as a woman to see another woman with the same body parts as you? The next topic that I want to go into in my rant is empowerment. You know, I truly feel empowered in front of the camera. And I'm gonna read this quote where she says, "What does true empowerment even feel like? Is it feeling wanted? Is it commanding someone's attention?" So yes, modeling is great and fun, but it's also really tiring, and people don't realize that. You know, I don't have an agent. I have to find my own gigs. I sometimes have to do my own hair and makeup. I have to send in self-tape auditions or go to these in-person castings pre-COVID. And even after I book the job, I'm still trying to prove myself in front of the camera and in between shots. You know, and I get it. I'm there to make the money. I'm there to help the client make more money, sell the product, and, you know, be a face. And honestly, this is how I've been feeling for the last year. You know, as a model, I want to prove I have power in front of the camera, not just for myself, but also for other girls who look up to me as well. And believe it or not, obviously I'm not like this big time model or anything like that, and I'm not like traveling the world and things like that. There are some girls and women who have said to me that they really look up to me and they admire my confidence, they admire my talent. But then at the end of the day or the next day when I'm done with the shoot, I wonder, like, is this really worth it? Like, do I even look up to myself? That kind of brings up another memory that I really have stuck forever in my mind, and I hate it so much. I had done a group shoot, and it was one of the first of many shoots that I've had done. And there were designers, makeup artists. I didn't realize it until the end that a lot of these photographers were just guys with cameras. And if you know that term, you know what I'm talking about. There was this photographer who came up to me and he said in front of the other male photographers that were there that he would like to shoot with me again. And so what he did, and I wish I handled it better, and I really hate myself for not handling it better or whatever, and he just stuck his fucking business card down my romper. And I was shocked because as not most, but some sexual advances, they're unexpected and unwanted. It's like, even though this guy didn't fucking touch me, like, he really invaded my personal space and my dignity. So that's why I'm so cautious now of the male photographers that reach out to me to shoot with them after I post a photo of myself where it's implied nude or I'm wearing lingerie, because it's like zoom, like they slide into the DMs so fast and they're just like, hey, we should shoot sometime. Or even not just that, or sometimes they'll just leave these like kind of sexualized comments like, wow, yum, or sexy, but they never have any comments to say on my other photos where I'm actually more covered up or I'm just wearing regular clothing. So I'm really concerned for the models that shoot with those kinds of photographers. Also have worked with another male photographer who has made me feel really uncomfortable. He wasn't doing anything to make me feel creeped out, but it's just that feeling that I had when we were shooting together. We had shot a couple of things where I was like in a crop top and underwear, and then like at one point I was topless. And I don't know, it was just like that weird feeling that I had with him. But overall, the shoot ended fine, and you know, I was fine. To get my own photos, it was about 6 to 7 months until I finally got those photos, which is actually really fucking ridiculous. I understand people are busy, but it's ridiculous. So I felt like I had to play nice because, you know, there were some topless photos of me, and I didn't want to have to think about if I wasn't playing nice, like how would they be used? And even in between that period of time where I was waiting, he kept asking me like, hey, let's hang out. And it's kind of like, I don't know you like that. I don't want to hang out with you, you know? So one thing I would like to get at is that even though I don't have an agent, releases are very much important. Releases should be involved because you should know how your images are going to be used. So that's kind of the other point that I want to make, because it's really in between and during the shots that really lays out the environment that's set up for us as models or actresses. And when I get those booking details, sometimes the details are left out, and that's actually very annoying. So I think that everything is laid out for me in this email, and when I arrive, I get told the rest of what we're doing, or like how late I'm gonna be there until, or whatever the details are. It's kind of like, oh, okay. And how do you say no, or like how can you even back out of it when one, you're already there, and two, you agree to it? You don't want to put on a bad attitude. You don't want to give yourself a bad name, essentially. There are photographers who just on the spot, when this is not something that we've even discussed, they ask me suddenly, hey, how about we shoot topless? How about we shoot nude? And it's kind of like, no, this is not what we discussed. You know, why are you bringing this up? And as soon as you tell them no, you can tell just that quick little second of disappointment on their faces. I wanted to end this by saying that obviously not all of my modeling and acting experiences have been bad, but it does bother me to have even had these experiences at all, and it really sucks because I know I'm not alone. But it kind of does make you question sometimes, like, you know, is this really worth it? And you know, I know that there's like girls, women, boys, males, and just everyone who's worked in this industry and all industries, you know, that they've had to put up with this kind of shit of proving themselves because they want to work in something. They want to work on something, whether it's a goal or a project, and it's their passion, and then they have that fire taken away from them so easily. And I know that there are models who have dealt with way worse experiences than I have, and then they have to deal with that trauma for the rest of their lives to even think, do I want to keep modeling? Is this something that I'm gonna have to deal with or continue dealing with? I don't really know how to sum this up because I feel like this video is kind of all over the place, but yeah, this is how I felt when I read Emily's article. I was really angry and sad, and I actually cried. I went through a lot of the same experience as her. I mean, obviously not like, you know, the whole, like people seeing her whole body in a gallery in a book that she didn't even consent to, that she didn't even have knowledge about. But sometimes when you leave a shoot, or when you do a shoot, or when you receive the images for a shoot, especially after working with someone who's made you feel kind of weird or grossed out or uncomfortable, you know, you're kind of left thinking, you know, was it really worth doing this at all? And it sucks because it's kind of like, we should always feel worthy, you know? Don't we all want to feel worthy? So yeah, if you listen to this all the way through, thanks for listening, and I appreciate you.